Hello everybody, I'm back with another Kerbal Space Program challenge. And, well, John Glenn died the other day, which is a bit sad because it's not just a bit sad, it's very sad. He is the last of the original American spacefarers, astronauts. He is the last of the original, I think it was 7 astronauts that flew into space in the Mercury capsule. So that's a real loss. And there are a lot of YouTubers that have done a much better job than I could ever do of giving him a proper send-off. So I'm not going to focus on that. It's a little bit unfortunate that I'm making an episode in Kerbal Space Program afterward, but I want you to know that it's not because I don't care. It's just that I don't think that I could ever do anything sufficient for him. But at any rate, I do want to do this challenge. I was thinking about it the other night, something that I could do and have fun with, and what I came up with was an airplane that has everything swept backward. And that sounds like fun, you know. I don't know how well it would fly, and I can't find the fuel tank for some reason. I'm really bad with lists, by the way. In case none of you know, I am so bad when it comes to perusing a list. I just cannot find things. Sometimes I open the cupboards looking for some really simple ingredient, and I just cannot find it, and it's right in front of me. So that's probably something you never knew. I try not to advertise that too much. But alright, so the idea here is to get this. I want to have the big wings on the back, and I want to have the short stubby wings in the front. And I want to do that so that it has a lot of pitch authority. Usually when you have the big wings in the front and the small wings in the back, like normal planes that you see every day, they just can't pitch up and down very easily. They take a little bit of effort. So I want to avoid that kind of problem by just designing it with the big wings in back. So to flip these around, there we go, like that. Oh, that already looks so cool. These are much larger, actually. They actually might work for the back wings. There we go. Yes. Wait, what? Come on. And, so cool. Oh, man. This is going to be a good challenge. Okay, we need something for the front. Sweep these back as well. These are too far up. Let's bring them down level. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be so cool. I gotta stop saying it's going to be cool and actually just do it. We need one little thing in the back. Now, I'm not going to put this in the front, because if I did that, it would be completely uncontrollable. What would happen is it would try to flip around, because this would be creating too much air resistance, and it would flip, and it would never be able to fly straight. I need to put on, excuse me, I need to put in some life support. I forgot about that. I don't need a large, I need just a medium, well-sized one. Here we go. Put that there, and I also need a waste container. Okay, there we go. That way our astronaut has some oxygen and food and all that stuff. And in fact, we can move these canards up. And we can move these wings up as well. Come on, up there. Okay. And we need some landing gear as well. Another challenge I was thinking about is landing not with a parachute or rockets or anything, but with wheels. Not like an airplane, but rather like a car that falls out of the sky and lands on the side of a mountain and just kind of drives its way to safety. That could be a lot of fun. It could also end in total disaster. But that's something I might want to do someday. I don't know. I want to hear your feedback on that kind of challenge. Okay, wheels. They can go here, and I can rotate those like this. That looks good. Yeah, this is going to be really hard to control. I can already figure. Like that. Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, we gotta give this a name. Back sweep. Back sweep. Save and launch. Let's see just how stable it is. This will be fun. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. In real life, it probably would be, but in this modeled situation, I don't think it really would. The reason is that it doesn't matter where the flap is. You see, it still is going to deflect air. So this is me trying to pitch up, right? So the air as it comes down, yeah, that's trying to pitch up. Oh, interesting. You might have to reverse these. Let's do -100. Okay. And -100 or thereabouts. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is me trying to pitch up, right? The air as it comes through will hit this, push the front upward, and come here, push the back downward. In real life, this air would be deflected such that it's not hitting this wing as much anymore, and you would lose a lot of lift. But I think in the game model, it's not going to make much of a difference. So let's see what this is like. Yeah. Pull off brakes. Start the engine. The engine doesn't have an air intake. Let's fix that. It needs air intakes, and I can fix the deploy of these things. Let's see. 100, awesome, and -100 right there. Awesome. Air intakes. Air intakes. I need something radial. I don't see. Oh, here they are, right at the top. Okay, and just on the sides, that'll look fine. It'll look sleek. It'll look the part, as it were. I guess another question to ask is this going to be going the wrong direction as well? Let's hit -100 on that as well, just in case. Hit save, and yeah, want to see if this plummets straight into the ground or not. There have been a couple of designs in real life with rear or forward swept wings, and they're mostly military designs. And there's some advantages that you get with forward swept wings. Oh. I guess it didn't like that very much. So I guess the fin on back was going in the wrong direction. Well, anyway, so one of the advantages that you get with these forward swept wings is you have a lot more control, but the control surfaces are on the back of the wing, like you would expect. So let's bring this back to 100 instead of in the negatives. Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens. I still feel like it's going to crash really bad. But with the forward swept wings, it's not able to effectively break the sound barrier, from what I understand, just because of the way that the air flows around the wings and around the plane body. This is really having a tough time. It does not like this at all. Oof. Yeah, this is going to be really hard to get off the ground. Okay, so I thought about how I could play around with this in the space plane hangar for a bit. Didn't really come up with anything. However, I think I might be able to just control this manually. I think the problem that I was having is I was trying to have the computer control the plane too much. If I instead control it manually, then I'll be more likely to safely get it off the ground. Like that. Of course, now it doesn't have an engine, but it is safely off the ground. And I think a little bit of the trouble it's having is also with the wheels. I think the wheels are giving it a lot of muck. So I'm going to spread these wheels out, and actually, now as I kind of flew it a little bit, it is pretty stable, so I think I can just manually control. Okay, I moved the wheels about. Now it's having another issue where the wheels are kind of going into the ground and it starts bugging out like that. So this is a problem. But let's try flying it anyway. Because you never know. Maybe it'll work itself out. Maybe. Looks like a lowrider. You know, one of those tricked out cars. Awesome. Okay, I do have it computer controlled right now with the SAS on, but it's flying beautifully. So it really was just the wheel placement that was causing the problem. Alright, this was actually a really short challenge. Darn. I was kind of hoping for something more exciting. Let's see just how maneuverable it is. Let's try to get through these buildings like that. This certainly looks like a lot of fun to fly. But like I said, I don't think it would really work in real life. For various reasons, all of them centering around the wings. And let's see. I think that yeah, I got right above that. I don't know. Is that a water tower? I don't think so. I think it's a fuel tower or something. It looks like it's not having any trouble breaking the sound barrier. I think Mach 1 is around 300 meters per second. This is already getting up to 600. Look at that. It's not even breaking a sweat getting up to that speed. 700, 800. It might even get to Mach 3, which would be, yeah, 900. Still not breaking a sweat. Going way past the sound barrier. It's hypersonic at this point. So supersonic is between Mach 1 and Mach 2, I believe. So that's supersonic, and then hypersonic is beyond Mach 2. But it is having no trouble, which is not how this would really work. The forward swept wings would prevent it from really even getting up to Mach 1. It would be a subsonic airplane. Alright, let's try to turn this around without either knocking out Jebediah or tearing off the wings. Another fun thing that we could do is see how high it will fly. Okay, let's spool up the engine again. And go back toward the runway. Amazing, was able to pull out of that turn perform the entire turn above Mach 1. So it's obviously, it can slice through the air pretty well. A little too well, actually. I think landing this, especially since it has the buggy wheels, is going to be a real trouble. So I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing what disasters await. So it climbs really well. It's climbing at 500 meters per second and more. Well, it will be soon. Yep, 500 meters per second and more. Eventually we're going to start running out of air as it becomes more and more arid. Yeah, we're really dropping in air, but still gaining speed. It looks like our speed gain is going to end here real soon. It's getting so arid, we barely have any pitch authority or pitch control. Can barely rotate in any direction. We're relying almost entirely on the engine to turn around. And the engine isn't producing that much thrust either. In fact, it just cut because it ran out of air. So fun. It gets way up into the high atmosphere, into the stratosphere. So yeah, let's try to land this thing. Come on. I wonder how well this would perform coming from space. That could be fun. I'll do that next. I'll have this come back from space and see how well it performs. Okay, I have noticed a problem with this as I'm coming down to try to land, is when it goes really fast, it can't really grab the air and turn very well. It has a real problem biting the air. But let's lower the landing gear and try to make this thing work without knocking out Jebediah. We're flaring to kill our velocity and kill more velocity. Okay, that's about right. Of course, now we're heading into the water, which would actually be a safer place to land this plane that has buggy wheels anyway. And ooh, yeah, it already is bouncing. Oh, I don't think Jebediah survived. I think he is definitely in a non-surviving state, and we got some wheels just kind of going off, kind of like in those cartoons where you see the car crash and the wheels go off. Anyway, let's see how this does. How this handles coming out of the atmosphere or coming out of space. So yeah, with the latest iteration of this game, oh, that is really annoying. Let's actually pull in the gears so it stops doing that. Okay, latest iteration, we have the new cheat system, and we're going to hack gravity. And hold on, okay, there we go. Hack gravity to, let's see, if I want it to fall down at 1g, then we'll go to 0.8, and we'll set an orbit of, yeah, that looks great, good, yeah, set orbit. Perfect. So we're just above the atmosphere. We're skimming it by about 16 kilometers. And then we're going to go back into cheats and hacking gravity. We're going to reset it to 1. And that should dip. Yep. That'll pull us right into the atmosphere. Great. Let's see how it does. I estimate it will hit the atmosphere about here-ish, or maybe right above the Space Center. And we'll see if we can turn around and get back to the Space Center. Yep, there we go. Hitting the atmosphere actually just a little bit past the Space Center. And I don't think, since we went so far past it, I don't think it's going to do very well in returning. Anyway, the thing we need to do now is make sure that we're kind of flaring the entire way down. That way we're not going head first into the atmosphere and burning up with all that shock heating. Now, the nose cone should help with that, or rather it would in real life. In the game, I don't think it would. In fact, it's heating up quite badly right now with all the shock heating. I don't think Jebediah is going to survive unless I have some amazing piloting skills, which I don't. So he's probably doomed. Don't tell his wife. Alright. I wonder what it looks like from the inside. Yeah, he probably knows he's doomed. Look at that. Oh boy. I think the wings are also burning up. Yeah, they're not going to last either. Oh. It just might, though. It just might. Oh, man. Oh, there goes one wing. And now it's incredibly unstable. But it means that the temperature is decreasing. Oh, no, it's stabilizing again. Destabilize. This is the only time you want to be out of control and tumbling through the atmosphere, is to help reduce the temperature on the wing. Oh, there goes the other wing. And look, the wheel is in formation with us. Now it's going to be way too stable, and the cockpit is going to blow. Just trying to destabilize it, but I can't. I'm trying to fly backward and land with the engine. Come on, retrograde, retrograde, come on. You can do it. You can land with the engine. I think the problem that we're encountering is because it's trying to fly backward, the air isn't flowing into these air rakes, or not the air rakes, into the RAM fuel intakes, and so it ends up killing the engine because it runs out of air. And you know, I'm really surprised Jebediah lasted this long. Really was not expecting it. But hey, maybe we can get over the water. That's going to be our last chance for survival, is trying to get over the water. Come on, last ditch effort. Come on. You can do this. Go prograde. Oh man, it is so unstable because it lost those wings. Alright. We're getting pretty close. EVA. Oh, no. He couldn't slow down enough. Oh, man. Well, that was a fun challenge. And a fun little episode. Kind of short. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, I'm Conan. Have fun.